As I sit here, talk to myself, not sure who is watching this. Sorry, it's my first go at doing a whole live thing, and we're going to get this kicked off here momentarily. So, anybody watching, that is fantastic. Sit here to myself, sure who is watching this. first go at doing the whole live thing, and we're gonna get this kicked off here momentarily. So anybody watching, it's fantastic. Right. Yeah, you got it, buddy. Sounds good, man. All right. Okay, no worries. All right, I see. All right. Yeah, you got it, buddy. Sounds good, man. All right. Okay, no worries. See you.
Yo. Hey, Eric.
Yeah,
How do you get the my camera to work? What button is it?
you're good. I don't
Oh,
know.
I can't see anything. Not seeing where my screen's showing up.
You're good on my end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just can't see what the screen's seeing.
How's it going?
Good, guys. Texting Kurt now.
Yeah.
What's up, Fernie?
How's it going?
It's going, man.
Trying to play with my phone, make sure it's good.
Yeah, I can't even see what my screen's showing.
I do this last.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Bernie, you going incognito?
No, I don't know how to do it. Hold on, like my volume quit and everything. Oh, there's Tucker.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk some shit.
So we all get paid to talk trash. Let's do it.
Yeah. It'll be a good show.
And then we got Kurt.
Still know me, huh?
No.
Fucking figure this thing out.
Is
The
your
superstar
camera?
of the show.
Yeah.
Not that. Oh my God.
At least number two's in here.
I'm
Tucker.
too old. I'm too old for this.
Yeah.
You guys hear me all right?
I can hear you, Kurt. I don't see your camera turned on.
Hold on. How about now? No?
No.
Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Why is this?
Well, while these two guys figure out their what's going on and how to turn their cameras on. First world problems over here. I want to thank
Cameras don't
everybody
work.
for joining in and anybody on YouTube. Brian Johnson had an emergency he had to take care of at work, so he won't be joining us. So you get there's Kurt. All right, bud.
Yes.
Good.
Hey, have you seen my baseball?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So here we are, guys. We're doing the post Rage of the River wrap up. I'm Eric Dean, Pro1600, and with us, he doesn't have his camera on, but we got Daniel Dean, Kurt Gear, and Fernie. Hey,
There we go.
That's half of it.
There you go.
Hey, all right.
There he is.
There he is. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it.
Of course.
So,
Yeah, happy to be here.
What's that?
Said happy to be here. This is great.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. So we'll get right into it. Kurt, we'll start with you.
Likewise.
How was your prep getting into the weekend, and how did the start of the race, the qualifying stuff go for you?
Look at yourself.
It started out well. We've been kind of like working on this thing and trying to get it better, and kind of trying to figure out what's been like the issues. Last couple of years, we've been struggling with these weird gremlins, and I think maybe you guys all know that these ethanol fuels are kind of like, it's weird, dude. It just destroy parts. They really do, and I'm not a big fan of it. And in trying to figure out what the issues are, and destroyed a lot of stuff. And finally, we found some speed.
Yeah. It was awesome to see you up there, right where you're supposed to be. It was a great weekend.
Yeah, so it's kind of an interesting topic. I think I don't know if I'm the only one, but I mean, fuel cells, fuel lines, fuel pumps, regulators, carburetors, heads, pistons, you name it. I mean, I probably went through them in the last couple of years, and maybe it's just me. Nothing against any of the motor builders out there, because I love George. I love obviously Jared with Competitive Edge. I love them all. I've had issues, I'll be honest, and it's been a long time coming. Finally, to get some pace, to be able to battle with Daniel and Fernie and Bud and everybody. It's been a challenge, dude. Honestly,
Sure.
You should see this. You should see this. I'm looking back in the back of our shop and looking at this dumpster of parts. It's trash. It's been good. Finally, I can say that we got some pace.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Daniel, you were without struggles coming into to Saturday morning. Had some qualifying issues and stuff. You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Well, I mean, it's a new car, and we were trying our best to get, the best product out there. And we went out to Johnson Valley to set the car up, and then I didn't think I put enough miles on it. So then we went to Placer City to put some more miles on it. And I thought we had a really good working car, but I think Laughlin's one of those courses where you think you have a good car, and then it's not enough. Like the holes out there were huge, everything was square edge. So we can get into that a little bit later. But during qualifying, probably the last like 400 or 500 yards, I started getting missed shifts, and what happened was the hockey stick inside the nose cone broke. So I thought I did a lot worse than I did. To pull off a 12th in qualifying, I thought was like spectacular. But we were misshifting. I had to go from first to third, and then instead of I missed second gear, and it was kind of a handful to get through. But just happy to get through that. And big shout out to Mike Meehan, my transmission builder. Without him, I can count 3 or 4 different races where if he wasn't available to help out, like we wouldn't have been racing. And this is just another one of those days. So huge shout out to Mike Meehan. We pulled the motor transmission out Friday night, and Mike got us set up with a new hockey stick inside the nose cone, and we're back in the fight. But yeah, that's kind of what happened to me during qualifying. But just to get 12th, I thought was a huge accomplishment with what happened. So
Absolutely.
I was pretty stoked on that.
Well, Fernie, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, so to speak. So you had a good showing. How was your prep and qualifying coming into it?
Well, you guys know me. I never qualify well. I'll be lucky to get top 10, and I just never qualify well. I don't know. I'm just not ready. And I was happy with 6, but I always want to be those top 3, top 5 guys out there. But want to start in that front row. It's just it's a different beast. Car ran good. I just it was all flat corners, and I didn't have. I think you needed a cutting brake kind of for some of those because they weren't grooved yet. And I pulled all that stuff out because I set my car up for desert, and I was happy with the six, but I wanted to be in the next row up. But it is what it is, and I was very happy with it.
Well, it was a pleasure to be out there to watch you guys go and rally through just even the qualifying tracks. But Saturday was something to behold. When that green flag dropped, I mean, you guys just, all of you, rocket ships going. Fernie, how was your Saturday?
Saturday went great. I mean, the start at that race, if you don't have the far left line at the start, you're just battling to try and get behind whoever started there. And luckily, starting six, that's where I started. So I mean, my car just stuck and I took off.
Yeah.
And then it was just try to catch those front guys, and it was a struggle. And I mean, I could see them, but then there's always 9 cars in between. And I mean, I don't know if any 9 cars are watching this, but I apologize. I was aggressive, and I was just I could see Kurt and Bud and Dean right there, and I was just like, get out of the way, dude. But getting frustrated, and I apologize to him if I was a little aggressive. But Saturday went good.
How about you, Daniel? Any issues on Saturday?
No, like I said before, it's a new car, and the fact that I even finished the race at all for a brand new car, I was pretty stoked with. But yeah, the springs in the front and the back went away both days, Saturday and Sunday. So it was everything I could do to corner. The car started to get loose and a lot of body roll. So, some of those flat corners in the infield became really challenging to get around because, the car, I probably almost put the car over like 3 or 4 different times during that race. So, but no, Saturday was good. Sunday was a little bit better, but yeah, it's just when you have a car that the springs go away, and it's pretty hard to stay competitive then. But Saturday was a lot of fun, and Sunday was a lot of fun, and just happy to be able to run. I was able to pull off a second. I thought was great. Well, fourth on Saturday. I was pretty pumped up.
Well, we'll get to you, Tucker, here in a second because I know you're itching to give your whole feel on all this stuff, all the messages on Instagram. I know you're just popping at the seams. But Kurt, how did your Saturday go? I mean, just watching you and Bud battle it out was it was something. It was awesome.
Honestly, Saturday was interesting. Saturday, you kind of tell after Friday, or actually the week before I should start with, but I knew the car had pace. I knew the car had speed. And, Friday, I felt like our qualifying was better than what maybe really was out there, to be honest. And then Saturday, I thought we were in decent position. Unfortunately, like to Fernie's point, I mean, I was started out there in the sand. I was kind of behind. Corey had a great start off the beginning. Corey and Mike and Bud, and I kind of followed the leader and kind of like played what I needed to do. And then after the race started to unfold, I started to notice that the car was a little better than what maybe I expected. And as the race unfolded, I got by Corey. Then we started to kind of like listen to and kind of look at what Bud had. And I was in position. I'll be honest. I was in position what I figured that I was ready to attack for Sunday. And we finished Saturday. We were happy. Car was in good shape.
Striking distance.
Exactly. Yep. And it was in good, and then it was interesting. It's been a long time. I don't know how much you guys know, but flat Saturday afternoon, flat Sunday morning, and a flat Sunday during the race. I've never had 3 flats ever. And a flat on Saturday was weird. I had no idea. I mean, we were prepping the car. You'll see it. It's right here. And I had no idea. And, we started checking air pressure and stuff like that. And thinking, why is this thing at like 6 pounds? I don't know. We haven't fully found out yet. I mean, they need to go to the tire shop and figure out what's going on. It's a tire deal. I honestly, I don't know. I mean, overall for the weekend, I think the team did a great job. For where we finished in the car we had, the pace we had, like I said, we're ecstatic. We're happy. Finally, after a couple years blowing up a lot of stuff, we're good. Good.
Okay. Excellent. So, real quick, what's all your guys' feelings on running with those Class 9 cars? I know they did it because they had 60 Class 11s. There wasn't enough room on the track. They did it. But, I mean, any of the spots that I watched you guys come through and filming, it wasn't just a gear. I mean, it was infinitely light years faster. How did that play a role in how you guys fought through the track and made your way through everything and the dust?
I mean, honestly, I'll let Tucker take that one, man, because he was there. He was there, and he was the. I mean, I'll let Tucker take that one.
Here it comes.
The 9 cars, like, I kind of feel bad for them. They were just, no offense to 9 car guys, they were just bricks in the race course. Like our closing rate was probably double of what they could do.
Yeah.
And luckily we were up front, and we were in the lead pack, and it seemed like they didn't believe that it was 2 cars instead of 1. Like we come up on a guy, and like we were with Gear a couple times and Ward a couple times. We give him the horn, and the car in front of us and Fernie would go by, and then we come in and we just basically plow them because we couldn't let off. I was on the horn, everything I could to warn them, and they pull right in front of us, and it's just like kill our momentum.
Yeah.
We had 1 car that was passing another 9 car going up the hill towards like the first road jump, and he came into our side, and pretty much we touched tires, and I thought our race was over. We were upset, and Fernie's like, if he flattered my tire, we're going to get out and fight him. And I'm like, yes, yeah, we are. We're going to kick his ass. Like, it was really hectic. I mean, I feel for him. I know we had so many 11 cars that they just kind of put us together, but
Yep.
I think we would have fit better with the 12 cars.
Sure.
Agreed. Yeah. I can kind of talk to that a little bit. There was a couple situations where, we're on like an uphill or a downhill, and I just drove around them and it wasn't an issue at all. But if you got to them in a corner, I mean, we were probably 10, 15 miles an hour faster through a corner. If they were in front of you, I'm not going to go and hit them. And so it really did kill the momentum. So I agree with that statement. If we could get put with the 12 cars or something, that would be way better. And, it's not that big of a deal for me, but I really did feel bad for the 9 cars because that would have been a pretty scary thing to be looking in your rearview mirror the whole time. Because like you guys said, it was, it wasn't just 1 car trying to pass the car in front of you. There's probably 2, 3 cars stacked up, especially like on Sunday with our front pack. There's 4 cars stacked up for 3 laps. And it was 4 cars trying to make a pass on a 9 car. So yeah, I agree with that. So no, I didn't love that the 9 cars were in the same race with us. I understand why they did it, but I mean, if I was a 9 car, I would have probably said, "There's no way I want to start with these guys." That would have been like a no-go for me.
It's like 1600 starting with like Class 1 or Class 10.
That's kind of what it felt like. I mean, we literally had a full gear on them going up the hill, and we were carrying 10, 15 miles an hour faster than them, like basically everywhere. So yeah, that would have been a pretty sketchy thing to be in a 9 car and be in front.
If I could talk, you guys good?
Yeah, it's all you, bud. It's all you.
So I wish Mike would have been on here because Mike probably could tell you, because I kind of witnessed it behind him on Saturday and then in front of him on Sunday. The 9 cars, not that, I mean, I love them. We're all open wheel cars. We all, but the closing rate right now, which I think all goes back to this new package, is so much faster than what I think even the organizations are understanding. Maybe even the 12 cars, the 5 unlimiteds, whatever. These cars are going so much faster than what used to be out there
Mhm.
than what's really understood. I mean, right now you're seeing speeds that I don't know, Daniel, you probably have, but I've never seen them till this weekend. Um, the cars are so fast, so good. The brakes are so good. The cars, they don't break. They don't break. I mean, you physically got to smash them into something to break them.
Yeah.
Um, unfortunately for the 9 cars, they're not even in the same realm.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
We
Did
either
you
need to be with
guys?
the 10 cars, the 10 cars, at least the 12 cars,
Yeah.
but never again the 9 cars.
Yeah.
I felt bad for Bud because Bud got held up on Saturday. He got held up on Sunday. I mean, it was kind of the deal, you kind of try to pick where you're passing them and try not to hit them. And if you look at the side of my body in my car, you'll see this. There are whole bumpers on the side of it because he turned down and he had nowhere to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just part of the deal. It's a part of racing. We've all done it. We've all done this other deal. It's about passing slower cars. It's about kind of the strategy, but in a short course race, do I think it was the best decision? No.
Did it change your guys's mentality, how you wanted to approach or maybe even your percentage of how hard you were driving, knowing that you had to get in front of somebody prior to that corner, or getting through the chicanes and stuff?
It was. I mean, prior to that, I want to say that Tucker pointed out that the 16s we beat. I mean, the top 3 16s beat all the 5 opens, and I think we would have got second in class 12. So that's a good speed ratio that we could have been if they would have put them with us or something.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it did change. I mean, you're coming on a corner and you see this 9 car that's like, dude, like if I don't lift, I can maybe beat this in the corner. But then you end up blowing that corner because you're coming in too hot. But you got to get in front of them because right in front of you is Kurt, Bud, and Daniel just sitting right there. It's like, well, I don't want a 9 car between me and those guys. So
Right.
you got to risk. It was a lot of risk out there for a little reward.
Yeah, I'll say the good thing about racing with like the 9 cars versus like a 5 open car that's about the same speed is at least when you're getting around a 9 car, like they're gone. That's it. So it's like a one-time thing. So yeah, they might slow you up for a corner, but at least you're not racing them to the next corner or like being in their dust for 3 miles or something like that. So I mean, I would love to just see it how they've been doing it, which is us having our own heat, because then it's just pure pro racing, which is what that's the reason why I joined the class, to be in the mix with the top guys, and that's what I like to see. So yeah, I don't know what the right answer is on that, but yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah.
So a question for Daniel, I think, is, let's face it, our cars are momentum, right? They don't make much power. It's all about making it through the center of the corner and off the corner and going. So when a 9 car is so much slower, okay, and they're stopped in the corner, how does that work? What is the right way to do it? I mean, I'm not saying smash them and run them off the course, but if a 5 opens there and it's doing the same amount of rate or same speed, do we think that's better?
I don't have the right answer for that. I mean, I know exactly what you're saying, and it's easier to carry speed through the corner when the guy in front of you is doing the same speed. So I agree with that standpoint. But yeah, I don't really have the answer for you. I know that I don't really like to hit guys, so I didn't do any nerfing at all this race, and I got some from behind, which kind of sucked, but that's a different story. Yeah, I don't really have the right answer, but I mean, ideally we'd all have our own heat, everybody in the same class running the same heat. So yeah, I mean, we've done it with the 9 cars. I don't think I love that. I think if they put us with the 12s, at least, I think that would be a good start.
Yeah. Well, so as an outside observer, let me give you my take on Sunday before I let you guys go into it. I started the moon bumps and I stayed there for 2 laps. And then I went to the first road crossing and I stayed there for a lap, and then the second road crossing, and then straight to the finish. And watching the 4 of you, Bud, Fernie, Daniel, and Kurt, and unfortunately, Bud lost a transmission. Otherwise, he would probably be in here and somebody on this group would have dropped. But It's racing, right? Watching the four of you guys battle, and I don't think for 3 laps there was seconds apart from you guys. And Daniel and Bud swap positions. Kurt and Bud swap positions. Fernie and Kurt swap positions. I think the only person that didn't lead in one of those laps, I think, was Daniel, but he was right there in the hunt. And that was probably some of the most exciting racing I have seen in years and years. And so as a spectator, I'm, that was awesome, guys. Thank you. So Tucker, how was your Sunday? That had
Oh
to be
my.
some awesome battles.
So like a quick background on me. I primarily a unlimited racer. I race with Wheeler Morgan in the Alpha, and my whole career has been trophy truck. So I did a little bit of racing with Wheeler Morgan in the 1600 car. So prior to the weekend, I've never done Laughlin in a 1600 car. So like Sunday was just outrageous. Like I don't even know how to properly explain it. Like I could see the whole field in the mirror and in front of me. Like it was just cage fight the whole time. Uh, I mean, it was cool to lead the first lap because like, okay, cool, we got it. Like, yeah, we're gonna be number one, right? And then we get to the moon bumps and gear gets us, and I'm like, fuck. And then Dean got us, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, my race is falling apart, right? And then they like in an unlimited truck, once they get you, they're gone. And like we started reeling them back in, and then 9 cars started to play a part in the race. And then specifically, I watched Dean high side it in the little valley in between the hot pit and the infield, and I thought we were both gonna die because it was the lap he was in front. One of the laps he was in front of us, and his car got loose, and all I could read was his logo. So I could just read it perfect. And I'm like, dude, what am I doing here? Like, why did I say yes to this? But it was just wild. The whole day was wild. And like, that's some of the best racing I've ever had, ever. It's just door to door every lap.
I can attest to that. That was probably the most fun I've ever had racing in this class. It was a really good time. And I think one of my favorite things is like the respect that we as drivers have for each other. And we're not out there to ruin anybody's race. And, if somebody's got the lines, you just give it up and you just, get them back on the next one, And I think that we all kind of have that respect for each other, and we're all good friends, and we're just there to have fun, and nobody wants to see anybody else wad their car up. I mean, that's terrible, So I feel like it was just really clean, fun racing, and one of the best races I've had. And it was a real pleasure to be swapping positions with everybody. It was a lot of fun.
Kurt, you had a unfortunate situation on Sunday. You were within striking distance. Obviously, the whole time Bud was running, a couple seconds ahead, couple seconds behind, and then the flat tire happened. But I don't know if NASCAR can change the tire faster than what your pit crew did, and then get back going again and make that time back up. That was insane.
We got some really good dudes. Kind of the way, it's kind of weird because a lot of these dudes work on multiple cars. Some will work for Tisco. Some of these dudes got really, really good experience. Okay. And with, our buggies, the lug nuts are kind of vulnerable, right? So some of these new impacts and new guns that we have, if the volunteer or help or whatever you want to call it is not trained on the gun, it can actually do more damage than what it's good for. And getting new people trained is it's a big job, dude. It's a lot. I mean, if they don't come here, it's like a vacation for them. You know what I mean? And we all do this to have fun and high five and like Fernie would say, we play craps later on or whatever. But they did a great job. That's all I got to say. They did a great job. There was a learning experience for sure. Maybe I might have been a little bit aggressive in the hot pit, Do I think it could have been better? Absolutely. I mean, that's what we do. We kind of analyze and learn. All I can say is right now, dude, this is by far, I've been waiting years to have something that I can at least compete with. And finally we got something. Finally.
I 100% agree with that. It was good to see you back up there, Kurt.
Yeah.
Great to see you back up there. Well, we heard from Tucker Fernie. You stayed with it. You were striking distance the whole time. I mean, that's what happens with racing, and unfortunately, some other people have bad luck, and you were there to capitalize it. So, congratulations on first place. How did your Sunday go?
Well, Sunday went. I mean, the start. You when they put you over in that soft stuff, you're just like, all right, well, I'm just going to try and tuck in behind these guys and see if I can keep up. And then we did it. They took off because I mean we were in the silt bed, and then we get through the moon bumps and
dude, your line on the
I
right
know.
was epic, dude. Epic.
You guys-
I watched it.
You guys,
The
should have took it
video
the
I
next
got,
lap.
the video I got, dude, of you going by me, it was like leap years. It was epic. It was good.
I got lucky that Caitlin Cox, she's a 10 car. She took me around all the laps every morning, and she let me pick the lines, and I just rode with her. And then I got to try every line out there. And then 16 race, I was like, well, the left line's faster, it's shorter, but it's soft. And then that outside line was just flat. And I was like, you guys went left. I was like, well, I don't want to be you guys just shit for right now. So let me try this line. And it was third gear, not this pin. And just all of a sudden it just pulled out right in front of you guys. I was like, whoa, I'm in first.
Worked out good. It was slingshot engaged, dude. It was good. It was epic. It was
Wait,
epic.
on the first lap, you got in first place around everybody after on that corner?
At Daniel, dude.
That's awesome.
If Daniel, I was behind Bud by maybe like, I don't know, maybe 2 car lengths. Okay.
You're like inches behind him, yeah.
Yes. And Fernie put the slingshot engage around the outside, dude. It was epic. I mean, the video I got of that is priceless, dude. He goes by, I was like,
yeah.
Well, I will say
this. You posted up.
What was good last year was not good this year. I'll say that.
No.
We had some good lines picked out last year, and so I kind of just stuck to those, and they were not faster this year.
You know what? And I think that's kind of the general statement. I mean, right now, I mean, these cars are going so fast. I mean, like you said, they're going faster than 90% of the 12 cars. I mean, you're talking, what did we finish? Like top 10 in 5 or like 5th overall in 10?
Yeah.
These cars are jumping so far. They're going so fast. Do I think at some point, do we need to put a cap on it? Or do we, I'm a firm fan of getting rid of that gas, dude. Whatever I got to do. If I got to sign anything, say anything, I cannot stand. I mean, you're talking thousands and thousands of dollars in parts.
Yeah.
That fuel is terrible.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you just go back to that high cop motor?
Maybe in the desert I will.
Well, guys, I really appreciate you coming on here and doing this. I want to say thank you and congratulations to all of you. Kurt, way to stick with it and getting that tire changed and making up some time. You may have laid down the fast lap on that last 5th lap to take care of that. Daniel, congratulations, second place in a brand new car. Awesome. And Fernie, this is your first win in Laughlin?
Yes, it's I mean, to finish my cap, I've been trying for this win since the very first Rage of the River. When Snore announced that they were going to do this, I was like, I love Laughlin, and then I scored a ride with Vic Ziegler, and then before he passed away, he gifted me the race car, and so he told me that we're going to keep going to Laughlin until you win it, and I passed away 2 years ago. I finally won it,
Awesome.
but I got lucky. I mean, I'm sorry, Kurt, but
it's racing. It's racing.
No, there's no
Kurt and
luck.
Bud.
Hey, Fernie, dude. There's no luck, dude.
Well,
Yeah.
dude, you got to hear
You
me.
know-
The third lap, you guys, I could see you guys, but I was like, I can't catch you. I just can't. And I was, I'm gonna do whatever I can. So I started praying to my buddy Vic. I went, hey, you got to help me out here, man. And then I saw you get a flat, and I was like, oh shit. And then the last lap coming in one of those last corners, there's Bud pulled over. I'm like, no way. And then, and then the three corners from the finish, so those three jumps, I go from third to I push a clutch in and I go to shift to second. It won't. The shifter just locked up, and I threw it back into third and just held it there, and it grinded all the way to the finish line and done. I don't know what's wrong with his clutch or trans, but we'll figure it out.
Hey, one more lap that would have been mine.
Oh, it would have been yours. You would have had it in the back.
I think it goes back to the pace of these cars right now and how competitive they are. I think right now, you're talking, dude, I've never seen speeds like this, closing rate, brakes that good, the racing this close. I mean, you're talking, Fernie, Daniel, you saw it. You're talking 3 laps within feet, one corner going up, maybe moving it, missing it by a couple inches and taking a little drag away, and the cars get by you. So the competitive is there. The competition's amazing. Obviously, like Daniel said, we're all good buddies. We enjoy it. This is what we do. I mean, a lot of us, we got normal jobs, dude. We're not any hired. We're not any hired people.
I got kids. I got mouths and feet.
Exactly. This is what we do on an afternoon, a Friday afternoon. My wife and my kids are here, and we like it. Oh yeah, the money man, Dad's over there, dude, drinking his water. We enjoy it. I think it's a really good class. There's some stuff that I hope maybe they will work on, which, like I said earlier, we need to get rid of that ethanol fuel. We need to.
Well, I think it's illegal, man. I don't even know.
Well, dude, you buy it from the 91s that got ethanol in it. It's terrible, dude.
Yeah, I get it.
When a fuel cell doesn't even last 2.5 years, dude, it's just something wrong.
Yeah, ethanol, man.
Yeah.
Crazy. And the whole maybe, I'm sure it won't happen in 2025. You never know, but I would love to run like a real gas. Let's go to a race gas, dude. Let's go to something that smells good. We're not in Mexico, dude. We're not running PMEX. Let's run a real race gas.
I'm down for whatever. I can only do about 2 races a year in my car. Very fortunate to race with other teams for next year. So we'll see what it is. I'll pick and choose races.
Yep.
See if Tucker will let me ride with me still.
Well, I'd like to take an opportunity to thank some of the people that helped me out and sponsors. Troy, my passenger, my brother Eric and Steven, Taylor Gillespie, Eric and Jared Harden, Mike Meehan, Andy Deverselli, ECP, Cryoheat, Custom Metal Spinning, Illumicraft, Dose, STG, too many more to name, but I was for a brand new car to go out there and be able to run with you guys, I'm so stoked. It was such a fun race, and you guys are class acts, and it's just really cool to get up there and keep pace with you guys, and we'll see you guys at the next one for sure.
Yeah.
How about you, Kurt? Any sponsors and people you want to thank?
Well, first off, Eric, thanks for putting this on. Daniel, obviously, hopefully you enjoyed that patio in the backyard. Mine's bitching too. So.
Yeah, thanks your wife. That was great. Like the hookup.
Yes. Fernie, for being a class act. It was a great race. Obviously, I'd like to thank Competitive Edge, Bowden Development, Gear Racing, King Shocks, beautiful Get Performance, dude, for cutting the weight out of there, making it kill and lean and mean. Unfortunately, no flats. So BFG tires, hopefully.
We finished on a flat tire too. I feel you.
Yes. And then beyond that, the weather, dude. The weather was just epic. I can't wait to go back. The car's already apart. Getting ready for a couple weeks, dude. A couple weeks, it's on.
Barney and Tucker.
Well, I'll go. I want to thank Tucker. I found him out in the middle of Parker. I got lucky. He was getting out of Wheeler's car. They're having issues, and walked over there, and he was a beautiful specimen of a co-driver. That was the first time I checked out a guy. I was like, oh, I bet that dude weighs 110 pounds.
Not anymore.
And then, I mean, I got my wife puts up with so much of my shit, and I appreciate her. Mom and dad helped me out. My brother Daniel Maurer, he's taken over my prep on my car, and he's just killed it. My car used to be way overweight. It is a minimal weight 2-seat car now for the first time, but I appreciate what he did, but the car needs tuning now because it's too light. It doesn't handle worth the shit. So
Yes.
I got to throw some more weight back in it for desert racing, and it handles good, but it's too light for I got shock tuning needs to happen for these sprint races. Yeah, man, the Boyers for helping me out, the Rodriguezes for helping me out, the Sanchez's, they always treat me as one of their own, and I get to do a whole score series next year with them. I'm excited for that. And then I think the next race for me is the Mint with my brother's prepping Rodriguez and Hunter Berry's new car. I'm gonna help them out with a few races next year, but slowly get my car ready for whatever falls in the lap. Thank you, Eric. You're killing it with this Pro 1600 stuff, man.
Appreciate that.
I'm a big fan of it. I try to follow as much as I can, and anything I can do to help this class grow or whatever you need, you let me know.
Absolutely, I'm all about it. I appreciate that. So, what's next for all you guys? What's the next race?
The
Mint for me.
Okay.
400 with Rodriguez and Hunter Berry's new car.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I'll be at Battle at Prim if everything goes well.
Nice.
I'll be at KOH, Battle of Prim, the Mint, and then Laughlin. Hopefully the 1,000.
Yeah.
Not in this car, but something else.
Nice.
But I will be at KOH in this car.
Excellent. All right, guys. Again, thank you very much for coming on. Thanks everybody for watching and tuning in. Hopefully the whole live YouTube thing worked out well. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button and like and help me grow all of my channels and stuff. And thanks so much. Share this with your friends. Thanks,
All right,
guys. Have a great night.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks,
Hey,
guys.
congrats.
See you guys in the next one.
Hey,
See you
congrats,
guys.
Bernie.
All right.
Congrats,
Yeah,
Bernie.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Tell your dad I said hi.
Say
Yes, I
Tucker,
will.
thank you.